Hi guys, today I'm going to talk about something I get asked a lot, and that is hacking Facebook profiles. Let's begin. So, let's talk about how you log into your Facebook account. First thing that happens is you type in your password, right? Then that password has to be sent to Facebook. Facebook verifies it and lets you in. That sounds easy, but actually it's not. You're sitting in front of your computer, you're typing password. So keyboard controller detects key presses you make, it sends them somehow to your computer, for example over USB or over the air. Then your computer takes the data, decodes them to text, and forward them to graphical interface. In graphical interface, there can be a lot of program listening for key presses. Now you have open Chrome, for example, it's in focus when password is getting typed on a screen. Now Chrome needs to take your password and send it somehow to Facebook for verification. What happens then is a very complicated process, but I will try to simplify it as much as I can. Your browser connects to Facebook server and gets some kind of certificate. Now you need to verify that certificate is legit, so your browser takes predefined list of certification authorities and checks if one of them signed that certificate. Now when you're sure that certificate is legit, you exchange key for encryption with Facebook, and then you can send the data without anyone in the middle monitoring the data. So far so good. Now Facebook takes that password and does something called hashing on it. Hashing is a process that can happen in only one way. So you take password and you get some other data from that password, but you cannot take the data and get password again. That data is called the hash of that password, and that's something that's stored in Facebook databases. When you send your password, it gets hashed and compared to hash in database. If they are equal, you typed correct password. If they are not equal, they just reject you. Now when you're logged in, to prevent you from sending your password all the time, Facebook generates something called session ID for you. That session ID is something that your browser sends with each next request to allow you access to data from your account, for example messages and stuff like that. That session ID is also sent the same way as password, with that certification, validation and encryption. Now let's talk about how that whole process is vulnerable. The first thing is you should probably forget the Facebook part, because even if it is vulnerable, it's not going to be that way for too long, and somebody is probably working on fixing it. Now let's begin from client. First of all, you have a keyboard with controller. That controller decodes press data and has to transmit that to computer somehow. If it is over there, it is possible that that protocol is vulnerable and someone can read keys you press. So that is the first point of possible failure. Second thing is a receiver or keyboard has to be connected to computer via USB, for example, and that is second point of failure. There are devices that simulate keyboard and simulate USB port. So when you connect keyboard to it, it will act as a computer, save that data or transmit it somewhere and forward it to computer. So you basically have man in the middle attack, and someone can read your password just from you typing it on keyboard. The next way to attack someone is directly in operating system. So you can listen on key presses, or if, for example, password is saved somewhere or something like that, it can be dumped from RAM, from browser and so on, and that is attack on computer directly. There's a lot of ways to attack computer. You can get infected by virus. You can get software pre-installed on your computer and stuff like that. Next thing is sending the data. You need to be sure that there are no fake certification authorities installed on your computer. For example, Lenovo used to sell laptops with predefined Lenovo marketing certification authority, which means someone could create if they install that private key for that certification authority, they could generate fake Facebook certificate and imitate Facebook on network side. So those are attack surfaces. First of all, keyboard, computer, and networking. That's mostly it. I hope you learned something new from this video, and bye.